Hi, everyone on YouTube and all the NFL YouTube prognosticators and football fans everywhere. This is Andrew Warren, back here once again, giving you my thoughts about Week 2 and my picks for Week 3 for the 2024 NFL season. Check it out. Okay, folks, sorry I'm a little later than normal because I was working late again. And, of course, I was busy for getting ready for my upcoming concert that Gio and I were talking about a couple weeks ago, which is Korn right here, which I'm going to be seeing them this coming Saturday. So I'm getting prepared for that, and I'm getting prepared doing for some work stuff as well. So till then, that's why I'm a little later than normal. So anyways, that being said, let's get on to my thoughts about Week 2. Last week, kind of a downer week from the previous week before, but that's okay. I still went 8-8, I went 500. Not too bad on that one. It could have been a lot worse. And of course, against the spread, I did pretty good. I went 8-6 and 2 overall on that one. And over and under, went back to the reality on that one, 1-2. But overall in the year, straight up, I'm 22-9 overall. Against the spread, 28-2. And the over and under, I'm 5-2 overall the year. So that's pretty too shabby. Not a great, kind of a decent start for the beginning of the year. But let's get on to Week 3, though. But my thoughts about that for Week 2, Buffalo, Miami. Okay. I know Miami got killed by Buffalo. And I know Tua Tagovailoa just got his second concussion. I'm not going to say that he's going to retire or anything. That is completely up to him and everything like that. But at this stage, you probably should think about it before you go back out there and play again. Now, I'm not going to say he's going to retire. He should retire. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to influence him or anything like that. I think my suggestion is he should see a neurologist and and talk to his family and see what they say about it and go from there. And it's up to him, completely up to him, what Tua Tagovailoa wants to do. All right, that's the way I'm gonna roll with that. I'm not gonna say he's gonna retire or should retire or stay and play. That's not my roll call. That is Tua Tagovailoa's roll call. That's his choice to do. So I am not gonna say he should retire and stuff like that. So that's not really me to tell him that, but. I think as of yesterday, I think Tua Tagovailoa got replaced on the IR. He won't be back until at least week 8. So that's what I see. He's going to see a neurologist, and he's going to see and talk to his family and friends, see what they say about it, and maybe see what he does from there. But until then, it's Tua Tagovailoa's decision, not our decision. That's my thought on that. And Buffalo beat Miami 31-10 on that one. So that's that was one of the over and unders I lost on that one. In Dallas and New Orleans, and the fun just beginning for Dallas fans. They just got killed by New Orleans on that day. In Detroit and Tampa Bay, if that can have a mulligan for one pick this week, it's probably that game. Probably. But, Tampa played really well. That's all I can tell you. Indianapolis and Green Bay. I got to tell you, Green Bay did look pretty well without Jordan Love. And the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. All right, I think we all see what was coming for the New York Jets on this one. That's all I can tell you that one. San Francisco and Minnesota. That's another do-over I would like to stand as well as the Minnesota and San Francisco. If you would have told me that Minnesota was going to start 2-0, I would have thought you were crazy. And I'll get to that, the other teams I would think that in a bit. And Seattle and my Patriots, it was a good, solid game. I'll give the Patriots that. They played a good, solid defensive game, but Seattle just stomped Hunter Henry in the second half, and that's how they won the game. So that's how they won it right then and there. They stopped Hunter Henry, and it was all Seattle from there. Now, we may say Drake May soon by at least week 5 or week 6 after what's going on in the offense, but we'll see. The Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. It was a pretty safe bet that Washington was going to beat the New York Giants. So it's plain and simple. The LA Chargers and the Carolina Panthers. All right, I gotta say it. Bryce Young needs to leave Carolina. I understand that this is an organization is really headed its heels at this point. And I think the best thing for Bryce Young is trying to get a fresh start, look for a new team. Probably the best bet is probably Miami. And so we'll have to, but that's like an off-season thing. But, but that being said, I think Bryce Young needs to leave Carolina. This is not working out for him in Carolina. He doesn't have any weapons to support around him. Maybe they have a good offensive line, but maybe not good wide receivers, I'm trying to say. And it doesn't help that the defense of Carolina is pretty bad as well. It is just a mess. They just need really help desperately, and Bryce Young needs to get out of there. I know he got benched, but I'm sorry. Bryce Young needs to leave Carolina. ASAP. He needs to go. And needs to look for a fresh start, maybe a new beginning. I say Miami since Tua's concussion, and if Miami wants to move on from him, I think Bryce Young would be the perfect candidate for that. With all the weapons over there and all the supporting cast in Miami, let's see what he can do with that. Jacksonville and Cleveland. Cleveland got the win. Pretty simple. And Jacksonville, not the way I was expecting Jacksonville to play. Baltimore and the Las Vegas Raiders. All right, if that's another team you could have told me that the Ravens were going to go on 0-2 at the beginning of the year, I would have thought you were crazy as well. I would have said that. But look, here we are right now with the Minnesota Vikings going 2-0 and the Ravens going 0-2. In the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. At this point for Denver, we all kind of expect that. That's all I can say. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals, that was a good game overall, but Cincinnati gave the game away to Kansas City. They just gave that game away. They could have easily beaten Kansas City, but they just blew it. Houston and Chicago. I would have to say that Houston, they look pretty good. Defensively, they look pretty sharp, and yeah, and C.J. Stroud looked like he was doing what he needed to do out there, and he looks like he's pretty good. It looks like he's going to be the future for Houston. Philadelphia and Atlanta. I think Philadelphia shoot themselves in the foot in that one, and they're really upset about that. And that is my thoughts about Week 2. Let's get on to my Week 3 picks. Okay, kicking off the Thursday night game with the New York Jets and my Patriots. The way this game's set up, it's at home. I can't trust my Patriots at home at the moment. I think they lost their mojo since Tom Brady left the organization. I think that's going to continue from there until maybe Drake May finally starts. We'll have to see on that one. I don't know. Until then, I think the New York Jets, I think they're going to take this game over my New England Patriots to win this game. And I think Aaron Rodgers is going to may have a good game or two. I think it's going to be a defensive game personally. I can't see much Aaron Rodgers doing anything over my Patriots at defense. So, but I think they're going to get the win though. So I'm going to take the New York Jets over my Patriots to win this game. On the line now, this is all going to give my Patriots this. The New York Jets are favored by 6.5 in this game. That's way too many points for that. So I'm going to take my Patriots plus 6.5. Over and under, it's 37.5. You know what? I'm going to hedge my bets on this one. I'm going to go over 37.5. I think I'm going to do that. Over 30, that's a little low for it. I think I'm going to go over 37.5 in this game. The Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. For the New York Giants' sake, this is not going to be really, it's going to be a long season for them. So I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns over the New York Giants to win this game. On the line, though, Cleveland's favored by 6.5 in this game. I'm going to take Cleveland minus 6.5. The Green Bay Packers and the Tennessee Titans. Now, this is a game this is kind of like, you expect Green Bay to probably start to lose at this point because of no Jordan Love in the field right now. So anyways, that being said alone, I'm not going to pick the Tennessee Titans on this one. I'm going to go with the upset in this one. I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers over the Tennessee Titans to win this game. On the line, though, Tennessee's favored by 2.5 in this game. I'm going to take Green Bay plus 2.5. The Chicago Bears and the Indianapolis Colts. Now, for this game, I don't understand why this is the spread it is, but you know what? I'm just going to go with it anyway. So I'm going to go with the upset in this one. I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears over the Indianapolis Colts to win this game. On the line, though, the Colts are favored by 1.5 in this game. I'm going to take Chicago plus 1.5. And I got to tell you, though, Caleb Williams is doing pretty okay as a starter. Not saying he's great, but he's doing okay. The Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. Now, for this game, I think the high ride from the Minnesota Vikings is going to come to an end as they face the Houston Texans and Houston's dominant defense on this one. And C.J. Stroud may have a good field day on this one. So anyways, that being said, I'm going to take Houston over the Minnesota Vikings to win this game. On the lineup, Houston's favored by 2.5 in this game. I'm going to take Houston minus 2.5. The Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Now, this is congratulations to the New Orleans Saints. You got a big victory over Dallas, a 25-point victory. But it may come with a price on that one. And that's going to be with the Philadelphia Eagles out there. They should have beaten Atlanta. They didn't do that. So now Philadelphia looks really upset about this one. So I'm going to pick the upset in this one. I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles over the New Orleans Saints to win this game. On the line, though, New Orleans is favored by 1.5-point favorites in this game. I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles plus 1.5 as I consider it an upset. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Denver Broncos. Same thing like the New York Giants. The Denver Broncos might as well just give up at this point. So I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the Denver Broncos to win this game. On the line note, Tampa Bay's favored by 6.5 in this game. I'm going to take Tampa Bay minus 6.5. The Las Vegas Raiders and the Carolina Panthers. Same thing with Carolina. Same thing with Denver and the New York Giants. Probably one of the top 3 worst teams in football is Carolina, Denver, and probably the New York Giants. And with no comment whatsoever about the Carolina Panthers, other than just save Bryce Young's career and let him go. So, anyways, that being said, I'm going to pick the Las Vegas Raiders over the Carolina Panthers to win this game. On the line, though, Las Vegas Raiders are 5.5-point favorites in this game. I'm going to take the Las Vegas Raiders minus 5.5. The Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, for this game, I think Baltimore is. I think if this is a game for the Ravens to try to save their season, this game is it. They have to do this whatsoever. They cannot fall apart. They cannot fall apart for going 0-3 right now. They have to win this game to keep their season alive at this point. At this point, I know it's the beginning of the season, but every game matters. And that's what the Ravens need to think about at this point. Dallas is probably upset too. So this probably can go either way. This could be a close game. But even though it's in Dallas, I'm actually going to pick the Baltimore Ravens over the Dallas Cowboys to win this game. I think this one's more important to them than it is for Dallas right now. So I'm going to pick the Baltimore Ravens over the Dallas Cowboys right now. On the lineup, the Ravens are favored by 1 in this game. I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens minus 1. The San Francisco 49ers and the LA Rams. Now for this game, I think the winner of this one is going to win the division. Plain and simple. We all know who's going to win that division. I'm going to take the San Francisco 49ers over the LA Rams in this game. On the line, though, San Francisco's favorite by 7.5 in this game. I'm going to take San Francisco minus 7.5. The Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I am really confused about this pick in this game as well. I do not understand the pick in this one, but I'm going with it anyway. I'm picking the upset in this one. I'm going to take the Detroit Lions over the Arizona Cardinals to win this game. Yeah, and I kind of like how even though I like the Arizona Cardinals, what they're doing with Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kyler Murray, they're going to make some great offense. But this is Detroit Lions in this one. And they're pretty upset about what happened against Tampa Bay last week. So, yeah, good luck to that. So I'm going to take the Detroit Lions over the Arizona Cardinals to win this game. On the line, though, Arizona's favored by 3 in this game. I'm going to take Detroit plus 3. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Atlanta Falcons. Now for this game. Now, yeah, that's Sunday Night Football, by the way. Sunday Night Football. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday Night Football. Now for this game, I can't expect to be like a seesaw battle in this game after what Atlanta did to Philadelphia. But they're playing the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending champs. This is not going to be an easy route for Atlanta, so I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs over the Atlanta Falcons to win this game. On the line, I will give Atlanta this. The Chiefs are favored by 4.5 in this game. I'm going to take the Atlanta Falcons plus 4.5. Over and under is 46. I might hedge my bets on this one. I'm going to go over 46.5 to win this game. And for one of the 2 Monday Night Football games, kicking it off with Buffalo and Jacksonville. So, Buffalo at home playing Jacksonville. Jacksonville needs to win. They need to keep their season alive. So does Buffalo at this point. Now you're thinking, what Buffalo needs to do to win? Now Jacksonville needs to do what they need to win. Buffalo needs to do to get at least to get a start of the season. Maybe try to get the best record in football right now. So, I'm going to take Buffalo at home over the Jacksonville Jaguars in this game. In this one. So, Buffalo over the Jacksonville to win. On the line, I will give Jacksonville this. Buffalo's favored by 5.5 point favorites in this game. I'm going to take Jacksonville plus 5.5. Over and under, it's 45.5. I'm going to try to hedge my bets on this one. I'm going to go under 45.5 in this game. And the second Monday Night Football, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Commanders. Now, for this game, Cincinnati is probably upset, so they're probably going to take it out on the Washington Commanders in this one. So, and Cincinnati needs to finally get a win to at least get their season alive as well. So, I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals over the Washington Commanders to win this game. On the line, though, this is where I'm going to get the Washington Commanders. The Bengals are favored by 8 in this game. I'm going to take the Washington Commanders plus 8 in this game. Over and under is 48.5. I'm going to go under 48.5. Okay, great. A shout out this week. Shout out to my good old buddy Half Moon's Picks. You can check his videos out, and check out the rest of the NFL YouTube prognosticator page in the description down below right here. Until then, this is Andrew Warren signing off saying rock out and eat your breakfast.